What's up, Internet? We are here with something that has an amazingly cool opening. This is Ninja Savior's Return of the Warriors, a game apparently not available yet, but Japanland has me covered and sent me a copy because, you know, ordering from PlayAsia is awesome like that. You get games early, mostly because they're released in Japan first. Anyway, the story here is I'm really hungry, I haven't eaten at all today, and food is about an hour away, so I figured it would be fun to go into this and figure out what this game is aside from a remake of one of my favorite beat-em-ups of all time. I planned on doing this a little bit earlier, but there was a little bit of a problem in this, in that, well, there's supposed to be 5 playable characters in this game, and 2 of them are not available until after you beat the game twice. So I was kind of at a loss whether or not to just sort of do it, or, you know, wait until I unlocked the characters, but then I figured it wouldn't be all that natural, so I guess we're just going to play it. I've already got a couple of videos of this game, or at least the original version, on my channel, so you can go see that stuff, which is why I'm inclined not to use my boy Kamaitachi here. There's another actual reason for that. Well, we'll take a look real quick, and I'll show you why. Because this is a remake where they decide to add a bunch of stuff, including change animations and stuff. And let's just check the intro to see what my problem is. He looks like he's made of jello now. Like, his standard just standing there animation makes him look like he's just made out of jello. There's too much animation with this. So, aside from the fact that I already have footage of Kamaitachi, as much as I love him because he is my favorite beat-em-up character, I think, of all time, we're going to play a different character. Now, if you've never played Ninja Warriors before, these 3 characters, we're not getting the other 2 because they're not available. They exist on a spectrum. Kamaitachi, the awesome sickle weasel, is the fastest and is basically made like wet newspaper. Kunoichi is sort of like the middle ground character, which comes across as boring to me, especially when I played one extreme. So I figured we'd play the other extreme, which is Ninja, the big hulking one-punch robot. You know, aside from the other big hulking one-punch robot, I'm not allowed to play because I haven't beaten the game twice yet. This is actually a character I'm not terribly familiar with, so this will be interesting. But he's definitely a lot slower. But I do like the new animations on the characters and stuff. I just don't like how they animated my favorite character because he now looks completely like he is made even less strong, which is kind of lame. Also, nunchuck robot because nunchucks. Also, awesome music. They also added a couple features. I found this on an audio test. But you can see that little charge bar down there. I'm not sure how to... I think it's one of these buttons will activate it. Like that. It's basically a bomb, but it doesn't guarantee killing everything. It's just sort of about knocking everything down to reset stuff. You can find out more in my review of this game, or the original anyway. But this version added new features, which again makes me a little bit bitter that they kind of bulked my favorite character a little bit, because this is the go-to version. But if I were to say do this, suddenly I expend half my bar and do a new special, which is completely new to this game, which is pretty cool. But they've got these same, like, crazy combo systems. It's what is it, I can't even think of what it is. It's a singular depth beat 'em up, though, so there's, like, you can't walk into the background, and you can't slightly miss your opponent because they're on a slightly different plane. That's the word I was looking for, plane. Thank you, brain. Which actually means eating. You can see where my brain is right now. Hitting enemies is a lot easier, but makes dodging them a lot harder as well, especially when you're a big hulking mass and you're a giant frickin' robot. Okay, these enemies are interesting because if you have the English version of the original, they were completely removed for the same reason Poison was removed from Final Fight, because fighting girls is just against the rules, I guess. But now we live in a progressive society where girls can get beaten up as well as boys, I guess. I don't know. The nonsense they pulled with Poison back in the day was a little strange. But I think in the North American version, which I never had, they were replaced with these little obnoxious claw guys, which are still in the game, but you saw them a lot less, which was for the best. But, you know, this reminds me, and I think it's by the same team, the remake of Wild Guns that came out a couple years ago. But I'm not sure I necessarily would equate them. aside from the fact that they feel fundamentally like similar concepts, you know, let's remake a somewhat obscure but rather beloved Super Nintendo game. And while they both add new characters, I think this is where they differ, aside from them being locked in this version, which I do not care for, if I may restate that. Because this game has its characters built on a scale, kind of like I said, there's not really a lot you can do with it. You can either build your characters within that scale already, or you can alternatively, like, make them super versions that basically make the already ends of that scale characters, which would be Ninja and Kamaitachi, respectively, redundant, because now you've got an even faster ranged guy and an even heavy guy, which is kind of what they did. I'm not sure I cared too much for that mentality. Also, this guy hits like an absolute truck. That's the advantage of Ninja. He hits like an absolute truck. But he's slow. He can move while carrying stuff, which is cool. Kamaitachi can't. He just has to keep his feet planted, which is actually a problem, because the final boss, unless they changed it in this version, is based around throwing items, which is dumb. The last boss of this game is not very good, but it's especially hard when you can't actually like move or angle what you're trying to throw. Another thing I noticed is blood. That was not available in the North American Super Nintendo version. It's available here, but you have to turn it on in the options, which is interesting. So I guess they wanted to honor both versions if you're nostalgic for one over the other, which I think is kind of cool, I guess. I'm just glad I get to play more Ninja Warriors. I'm excited about this game. This is one of 2 Taito games I played when I was a kid. 3. I played the really weird, obscure Saturn Bubble Bobble compilation, which was some of the most horrifying opening animation you can ever find. Seriously, go look at like the PS1 or Sega Saturn opening to Bubble Bobble Rainbow Island. It is some of the most likely unintentionally sinister stuff ever. I am the big punchy robot, not to be confused with the other big punchy robot. But every character now has like a second super move, which is kind of cool. Again, I was doing an audio test with Kamaitachi a few days ago when I was trying to do this initially, and he shoots a bunch of missiles out of his back, which I think is really a neat little addition. It gives him a little bit more range, because that's sort of the advantage he has, is he's kind of got stretchy arms. Like the other new character that's also very light and has stretchy arms. But I'm excited to play the new characters. I just wish I didn't have to wait to do so. Because, you know, of course, that's what makes it interesting. As a fan of this game, like, I already know the characters, so I'd like to see the new ones. And get bitter about how they botched the animation of my favorite guy. I am external to this environment when you throw your shurikens at me, because animation. I think it's pretty cool that they added a bunch more super techniques. I will admit that that is definitely a big plus, because Ninja Warriors was a very pure beat-em-up experience. There really wasn't any bells and whistles to it aside from their knockdown ability. Oh, these guys suck. You have to hit them from behind, if I recall. Because they're like heavily armored. I can't go through them, but I can throw them because I'm a big heavy robot. You know, I'm gaining more and more respect for the big heavy guy, which is kind of nice. Still nowhere near as cool as my boy Kamaitachi, but still very cool. Whoop. That's right, I can walk with these. I'm no longer required to have my feet planted on the ground as I walk. Boop. Elbow drop. I think I got about an hour until dinner gets here, so I don't think we'll be able to beat this game. It's not a long game by any means, but it's a tough one. Certainly doubt we'll be able to do it like with 1 credit clear or anything like that. I'm out of practice anyway, especially considering this is not a character I use. Oh! Yeah, these little These guys, from what I remember, replaced all the women characters, which they're like the most obnoxious characters in the game. No, I want to do the little slidey move. Although, I mean, if my animations make me external to damage, that's okay. Elbow dropping to victory. Yeah. It's a viable strategy, apparently. Oh, Ninja Warriors, you were never the most fantastic fighting game beat 'em up of all time, but you're always going to be near and dear in my heart. Very cool game. Don't walk into that, because bad things happen when you do. And to enemies, too. They are not the brightest. They did not graduate with honors from Goon University. And I could do that. Throw. Out of my way. Uh-oh, it's this guy. No! I need you not in my way, robot. I can't jump over you. That was the advantage of Kamaitachi. You could jump over people. Crap. Yeah, that's the problem with these guys. I think that's it. Oh. Boom. So much for a one credit clear. Game over. Play more awesome ninja robot games. Yes, please. Alright, we'll try Kunoichi. Again, I stuck with my awesome skeleton robot, but, yeah, she can't move while holding stuff either. But she has hair. That's fantastic. And a sword she never uses because, why would she? She's got knives. There we go. Oh, she throws shuriken. That's kind of cool. Throw! I don't know why I'm getting messages on my computer from Vegas. Sony Vegas, go away. You're awful. And no one likes you. Although you're better than most editing softwares I've used prior. Throw. I definitely think I like Ninja best. At least out of these two. I mean, no one's gonna ever beat my awesome skeleton robot, but... you know, being able to walk while holding stuff and also take a lot more damage, that's always a plus. Oh no! I can do that though. It's also interesting they allow you to actually have the proper original soundtrack as well. You have to unlock it by beating the game as one of the new characters, which, again, not to beat a dead horse, but... oh, her hair is fantastic. This is not an easy game by any means. And like a lot of other beat-em-ups that would have something like, you know, weapons or something you can pick up to make your life a little easier, that's not really in this game. It's really just know your moves and don't get murdered. Case in point. It's me trying not to get murdered. Whoa. Oh no! Come on, lady. Yeah, she can actually jump, though. Like, that's... And then do that. Energy, you say? Yes, please. Oh, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. I know I'm supposed to go. I need to kill this big guy first. Yeah, that'll work. I don't know if that steam actually hurts. I don't want to test it, though. I can do that. Yeah, I do like those explosion effects. Those are well done. Throw. I can do that. Chainsaw my ass. Woo! I'm the fly lady ninja. Oh yeah, and I can do that. Ranged attacks. I'm not gonna complain about those new abilities. No, they're not in the original, and I won't say that they necessarily work to the game's balance, but I'm not complaining. Hey, time attack. I think there's like 8 stages or something like that. It's not a super long game, like I said. And I think there was one level that was just like a boss fight. If I recall. Or maybe it was just a boss fight I was stuck on for a stupid long time. Throw. It's Angry Ken. From that time he was turned into a cyborg in Street Fighter 2010 or whatever that game was. Yeah! I don't remember these flying guys being here. I don't care for them much. Alright. You know, it feels very similar to the original, which makes sense, seeing as it's basically just a remake with a couple of added features. And you know, I think that's kind of basically all I wanted out of this, so I'm happy. Again, minus the awkward animation for the one character I really like. And the weird having to unlock the new characters. I'm all for having unlockables, but seriously, making one of your selling points ununlockable just seems like not a good idea to me. I like that move a lot. I'm gonna do an aerial cartwheel with my sword. It's not human blender mode, but it doesn't need to be. But it's not. Ranged attacks. Weren't in the original, not complaining. I'm just gonna take this and throw it. And take this and throw it. And then make your day kind of a bad one. Oh, I can throw them in the air too, that's cool. This one's yellow. It's yellow. It's totally different. She has purple hair. Woo! I do like those shurikens. Those are fun. This just reminds me, last night for gameplay footage I was recording like one of the most absurd like platforming beat-em-ups ever. You could juggle everything, and like your jump attack was like an 8-hit combo where you were invincible, and it had like some of the most bizarre momentum ever. Like within 3 steps you were at max speed and you could clear any level in like 2 jumps. It was like the most weirdly balanced beat 'em up ever. It's nice to kind of go back to like the classic, very arcadey style. Although it definitely has the difficulty intact, which might not necessarily be a good thing, depending on what you're interested in. I am mighty! That guy always reminds me of, what was it, Dudley from Third Strike. Too many people, need to knock them all down. Throw. How to make use of everything you can. Go away, Guile. Or is it Ken? Whatever. Street Fighter reference. It was a Tuesday. Is it sad that, like, one of the only things I know about Street Fighter is the Street Fighter movie? I'm bad at fighting games. The only character I ever managed to win a fight with was Cammy. Which I hear is one of the harder characters to figure out, so I guess I should be proud of that. I don't know. Oh, it's 2 guys now. And they have eye patches. They were inspired by Majima. You know, I could really use some energy right about now. Or dead. Or dead. Alright, fine. We're going with Old Faithful. That's fine. That's okay. Yes, I absolutely want to continue. I don't care that I can't 1-credit clear this to get some nonsense achievement or whatever. I don't care. Gonna be my guy who's now made of Jello because reasons. Because Jello Robot. Throw. Not that useful, honestly, unless you're fighting someone really, really big. But it's a neat one. But of course, that's the real moneymaker right there. Human Blender Mode! It returns. Also stretchy arms. Before the new character decided to do stretchy arms. Throw. I'm a skeleton robot with scythes on my wrists. I don't give a shit about you. If I haven't made that clear enough yet. Well, I can slice, I can dice, I can make julienne fries with my awesome wrist scythes. And my weird jello skeleton. Yeah, like, that's the thing, when he's attacking he doesn't look all that bad, but it's like that just standing there animation, it feels like it's over-animated or something. Like, especially in the wrists, which I think is, like, supposed to be light reflecting off his arms or something, but it just looks so weird. Like it's just warbling. I think that's a new move. Yes, please. The sequel to Human Blender Mode. Oh, I love that move. That is like my favorite move in all of beat 'em ups. I was so close to energy, and then I died. Isn't that just life? I found a use for that. It's his version of me. Except I'm the better version of me. Ooh, that's a neat move. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. He goes in the background, you can't hit him. Oh, yes! That was satisfying. You know, you're not really actually invisible, right? I can see an active distortion where you stand. Now, if your bombs were invisible, that could be a problem. But you yourself are not invisible. Woo! And you know, I think I said this in my review of the original version on the Super Nintendo, you know, it's not the most fantastic beat 'em up ever. It's not even really all that good, but I love it with a passion, and I think I still kind of say that about this one. It definitely kind of botched the animation with my character, but otherwise, you know, it's a pretty great game. I just do not like that warbly effect of his. Can we get, like, original animated mode, please? I don't care if that's, like, an extra DLC for $2. I'll pay that, just so I don't have to watch that, like, arm warbling. That's the only move you need. The original game got it right. All you need is the ability to rotate your arms around your body like a blender. And you're pretty much set for any beat-em-up situation ever. I do quite like those explosion details. I can pick those up. Oh, they're exploding Magoo. I'm not done not exploding yet. Don't blow that up. I need to use that. Oh, let's not stand there. Oh no! Get up, Kamai Itachi. You are the hero we need. I wonder if they changed the ending to this game, because I remember the ending to this game being pretty not good. It was very poignant, but it didn't make for a great ending, I don't think. Unless it was trying to set up a sequel that never came, in which case, you know, then okay, I guess. I've never played the original version of Ninja Warriors, which was one of those really wide Taito arcade machines, but it was also available on the PC Engine. But not having a PC Engine, I never got a chance to try it. Although I now can play their cue cards, so maybe I should see what that costs. That said, it didn't have all the interesting characters. You just played sort of a generic ninja character. Still. Aw, I want to blow up the tank. Oh no. It's these guys. I need to get around you, you big stupid. The thing I remember about those robots that was really good is you could, like, put yourself in a situation where you could throw them and do a lot of damage to both whatever you hit and them. And that was sort of their advantage. I've got stretchy arms. Why don't you come to range and I'll prove it, like that. Oh, beat 'em ups are fun. I'm interested in that Capcom beat 'em up collection they just put out there. One with like Battle Circuit and Captain Commando and all that. Mostly for Battle Circuit, and I think there was like a mech game on there as well. And I'm actually in the middle of reviewing a beat 'em up, which is, I think, pretty fun. Okay, now here's a neat feature, if I recall, about these guys. If you blow up their heads, they actually have a hard time hitting you or finding you. So it's really just a matter of, you know, doing enough damage to actually take their heads off, and then you got them. Which I think is kind of a neat feature. Making them completely blind. Spinny arms plus blood equals awesome beat 'em ups. Oh yeah. Yo, when I finally... Ooh, that was a new move. I like that. I don't know what that was, but I did a thing where I shot my face out. That was cool. But, you know, I was surprised how expensive the Super Nintendo version of this game costs. Like, it was $100 last I checked, and even the Japanese version is, like, stupid expensive, and it's surprising because, you know, It's not really all that famous a game. It's not really all that popular. It's not really all that good. Nope. I want to try and do that face shooty thing. Nope. I think it's sort of like launching those missiles. It's just a factor of using your super bar. Throw. I've got more bikes. So many bikes. Would you just stop getting up? I'm running out of bikes. You can't see me. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think using that might be better. I know I want to try the new move, but yeah. I think not getting completely murdered by that helicopter would be a bit more prudent than, you know, trying to do a cool thing while getting murdered by a helicopter. Although I guess it's not technically murder, seeing as I'm a robot. Kick. Sorry, Majima. Nothing but respect for you, man, but I gotta run. And do that. I got a pizza coming. I can't hang around here. Stretchy shot. Oh. Oh, I love that move. That move never ceases being fun. I'm sorry, did you think you could poke me with a stick? That's kind of quaint. Do you know who I am? I'm the robot with scythes for arms. And that was supposed to hit you. Oh, that's bad. Holy crap. I remember him doing that before. Ow. Haha. Try to poke me with your stick now, jerk. Worth it if I could do more damage to him. Oh, that's not good though. I'm running out of health and I'm doing it rather quickly. Okay. Oh yeah. It's gonna be up there again. Or not. As he run out of laser cannons to fire from the heavens. Evidently not. Oh, that's exceptionally not good. Oh, I got knocked down. I lost my charge. Crap. I was close. Close! But not quite. Alright, I'll give it one more go. And I think we'll go back to where we started. Now that we've honored our boy Kamaitachi, we gotta go back to Ninja. Come on, Ninja. Oh, it's alright. There'll always be a record if you want to see more. Don't worry about being late. Thanks to my archival skills and my YouTube channel, it will always exist. Punch! I fear not you. I'm a giant robot with nunchaku. Ow. Although you do hit kind of hard, you jerk. Oh. I do appreciate how much stopping power that has. For what that's worth. Yeah. Blarg. Alright. think I've got a few minutes left. Throw! I can walk with this. I'm the strongest robot of them all, except the one that is still locked. But I can't jump to save my life, which is a problem with those big armory guys. Oh, yeah. He doesn't have human blender mode, but he has his uses. But he cannot make a delicious smoothie with his arms. Use that, try and knock that robot down. I do not like that guy too much. Get out of here, Majima. Oh, and there goes all my charge. Great. Alright. Whoop. Whoop. Ha! Come on. Yeah. That took his head off, at least. Or I could just do that. You know, that works too. You know, there's uses for being the biggest, strongest thing in the room, I guess. Except for that guy. No one likes that guy. Oh, come on, Majima. I thought we were buddies. How much time did we spend building that cabaret club together? A lot, because it was the best minigame. And also disco dancing and playing Space Harrier. Beating up Mr. Shakedown. I gotta play more Yakuza. That game is great. Oh, took my charge. You bastard. Who's laughing now? Not me. I'm the guy who's still standing. And that's the important thing. Not to laugh, but to stand at the end of a fight. I don't know what those little guys do. Punch. I think there's health in there and I kinda need it. One health. Yeah! Second wind. Let's rock. Haha. Oh, man. This is definitely still very much the game I remember. But, you know, that's not a bad thing. Well, again, I will forever complain about the fact they made the two new characters unlockables, as well as working the animation of my favorite character. So the two new characters better be awesome to make up for that. Punch. 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 Just walking around in jumpsuits. I think they're the janitors of this place. I don't know why they have knives. I guess it's just that dystopian a future. Oh, hey. These guys are different. It's Mario and Luigi. Punch, 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 punch. Nunchaku! Alright. Oh, this is still pretty. Hey! Blood Moon. That's actually quite fortuitous. It being Friday the 13th and there's like a giant harvest moon out. Actually, I'm gonna leave that energy there for the moment. Because I think I can make better use of it if I don't kill everything first. Gotta hold on to stuff sometimes. Punch. Stop punching the ninja who just showed up. Just go. Elbow drop. Alright. Now it's just you and me. Throw. Oh, Ninja Warriors is still fun. And their additions, you know, I think they're pretty good. Definitely freshens it up if you just know the old game. Oh! Okay, that was pretty cool. I don't like these guys too much. Is there another one coming? Nope. Guess I got them all. Yeah, they're so short. God, I don't like these guys. Elbow dropped. Oh, come on, Ken. Stop being a sore loser. Oh, it's still button mashy fun. Oh, there's a little bit more strategy to it now, it feels, with like the new super moves. I'll take that. Throw. Well, when you're as big as this guy is, you don't really need a strategy, you just need to punch things really, really hard. Ah, I couldn't go through that. I do love how the animation makes you external to the world. That makes things interesting. Kick. Kick. Oop. Didn't time that one right. That one. I got you that time. Don't have a lot of time before my food gets here. I wonder if I'll be able to get to the end of the level. I don't like you very much, Claw Guys. You're too short. I can't adequately punch you. And that's kind of my thing as a giant punchy robot. Nunchaku still work pretty well, though. Huh, there we go. Elbow dropped. Still a fun game. I love Ninja Warriors. I did not have enough energy to use that. Oh, he can pick up my giant robot. That's a problem. Okay, new strategy. Hit things a whole bunch. It sounds an awful lot like my last strategy because it's the exact same strategy, but it seemed to work. Throw. Not so scary when you don't have other guys around. Uh-oh, other guys. He has them around. Throw. I just love throwing that. There's something comical about it. It's like he's this big scary guy that picked me up. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna throw him like he's nothing. There's something about that that's just cute. Alright, beat level 5. We're getting close to the end. I think there's like 8 stages or so. Alright. Now if I recall, this is the level that has like the stupid bosses. Other than the final boss, which is really stupid. You get out of the way. I'm trying to get to the end of the level, but you're all giant balls of meat blocking the way. Except for you, tiny thing. You're just obnoxious because I can't hit you. I can't pick up those things in the background. I want to throw them. I can do that, though. I don't care much for the little robots. There we go. Onward! Well, these look like enemies, but they're not. They're just things you can pick up. I mean, they're clearly like some kind of tank turret. Throw. Okay, I gotta leave that energy there. Because I feel like that robot's gonna be a problem for me. They tend to be the worst. Oh, what I wouldn't give for human blender mode right now. Punch, punch, punch. I can't fly over you. That's the problem. Crap. Yeah, I hate these guys. These guys are annoying. Like, I think there's some way to pick them up as this guy, but I'm not sure how. And without a charge, it's a little tricky. I don't know the strategy for these guys terribly well with this guy. I can do that. And I'd very much like that energy, thank you. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed. I can just hang out here and wait. Do that. Alright, come on, guy. Boop! That was fun. Yeah, if I recall, this is the boss I found really obnoxious, other than the last one. Because it's two of the big guys, with helmets this time. Oh! Yeah, these guys are a bit much. I mean, at least I can do decent damage to them, so I'm kind of making it up. But still, it's... Oh, I don't want them on my opposite side. Oh yeah, I got a special off on him. Nice. Phobos and Deimos, which I believe were moons of Mars. I know Phobos was. I know Deimos is a moon of something. It might be Jupiter, but I think it's Mars. Stage 7. I've got about 20 minutes until my pizza gets here. Can we make it? Let's find out. Throw. I'm close. I kind of want to just try and beat the game now, honestly. Although I know the final boss is a pain in the ass, too. Come on, let's go, ninja. We're on a timetable. Ow. Pick up the pick-upable thing. Oh, come on. Stupid explosive devices. Never did anyone any good. Except exploding things, I guess. Which is kind of cool. So they do seem to be hurting the enemies, which is advantageous to us. And I'm just gonna do this. That should take care of our problem. Yeah. Punch. Oh, these stupid little guys. Stop being smaller than my punch. I need to punch you. And it's kind of hard to when you're below my punching range. Gotta be careful not to get knocked down, because I don't want to lose my charge, but at the same time I don't want to waste it on a moment that could be better used anywhere else. That was sort of the neat balance in Ninja Warriors. Punch. Throw. You're not so scary when I can actually throw stuff. When I can't throw stuff, then you're horrifyingly scary. Throw! Oh no, there's my charge. Okay, well that guy's taken out anyway. Okay. Whew. It's getting exciting. It works, it works. Oh yeah, now there are aliens, because aliens. That's right, if I recall there's an alien boss in this level too. Oh good, more of these giant robots I have a problem with. Throw. Yeah, if I can get him to get thrown. Oh no! Now the nice thing is I had a full bar, so I'm not gonna lose it, but still, not good. Okay. Come on. That was a point to doing that, I'm sure. Bonk. Those explode, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that while you were busy exploding, but it was them. You were just kind of caught in the excitement. Don't get a big head thinking you went out with a blaze of glory. It was the canister next to you. Because elevators! They make every beating them up awesome, don't they? I tend to fight. Well, I tend to hate elevators and beat-em-ups. Because they're really not that clever of an idea. It feels like, you know, we just couldn't come up with a clever idea, so we're just going to throw you into a tight, confined area. Can't move when he does it. His jump is worthless. It's there for looks. Uh-oh. There's blood. That's a sign of something. Something vaguely bloody, probably. I can just keep charging. The only thing that really hurts that is the fact that I'm on a timetable. Ah, lost it too. Crap. Okay, guys. Get off the elevator. There's a maximum weight capacity, and last I checked, weighed 400 pounds. I think that was 400 pounds. Or it was 400 kilos or something. I know this guy's like the heaviest out of the lot, except for the new one that we can't play as, because that would be fun. Actually, I tend to not prefer the heavier characters, so I'm kind of surprised I'm going as far as I am with Ninja. You may knock me down, and you may eat my gauge, but I'm the one with nunchucks, so I will be the one who prevails. Also, I have a really huge health bar right now, so I'm not too worried. You know, if we got run into by those stupid armored ninjas, or armored robots, that could be a problem, but for the most part, I'm not worried about you guys. I found a use for his really lame jump. Not much of one, but still. Oh yeah. It's the boss. He's an alien. Or something. Okay, well played. I can do that, though. I don't think you can. Also, I can do that. I might not have stretchy arms. I've got enough range where it's needed. Oh crap, okay, now see, this is a problem. These are the guys I don't want to fight. Oh, that's bad. No, see, I wanted to throw you. You're getting it wrong, Mr. Enemy Guy. Oh, this looks bad. Oh, dead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it starts us back off at the start of the stage, but we can take a look. If it does, I think we're done. Played through most of the game anyway. And my pizza's gonna be here soon, so. Oh, no, it's starting us here. I think I might be willing to go a little further, I guess. Throw! I don't remember this game having, or at least the original having checkpoints like this. It would normally just take you to the start of the stage. Although I will say, this is not exactly great pacing, throwing you into like this sort of gauntlet match and then throwing you into a boss that is also kind of in its own right a gauntlet match. That seems like kind of awkward balancing. Especially without like any sort of way to heal up. But I can jump. I should be unaffected by this. I'm just gonna sit here and take advantage of this. You know, I'm not seeing any problems whatsoever. I think those robots spawn if I kill that little guy, so if I leave him alone, I should be okay. I'm certainly getting a lot further. Yeah, so that happened. Alright. Splorp. Dead. Alright, we got 10 minutes. Allegedly. They might show up sooner, though, if they do. I think we're close enough that I'd like to try and go through. We're so close to the end, I want to try and beat it. Throw. Kick. You have a gun, that's cheating. I've just got nunchucks. Kick. Alright. Do not like that little guy. I don't know what they do, but I feel like it's something that would hurt, and I can't hit them because they're so short. Oh good, it's these jerks. Yeah, nunchucks. Alright, come on. Nope. But I can do that. I think you just have to like double tap into them to throw, but I haven't had much luck. Elbow drop. Oh. No, don't turn around. Alright. Come on. Yeah. Alright. Throw. Because farming equipment totally deserves to be in an ice base in the middle of nowhere because reasons. Can I get to a health kit? I don't know if we can. If we can, we have a shot. If not, I think I'll call it. So I know food's gonna be here soon. I would like to play through all this, but I'm also very, very hungry. Gonna use that hoping to find a health kit. Oh, they're yellow. They're stronger than the other ones. Oh, the pizza's here? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I thought there'd be a doorbell or something. Ah, well, I'm dead. Anyway, that is actually most of an entire playthrough of Ninja Warriors. Oh, I didn't hear it at all, wow. Okay, well, I think that's it. I apparently have a pizza I need to go eat, so I'm gonna go do that. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did follow the stream to know when we go live, because we stream every night, and I'm going to have to do Animal Crossing at some point tonight, but this was a fun thing to do. You might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel, see everything else I do, which is a lot of stuff, kind of like looking into what this is, which is an awesome remake to a game I really like, but with some wonky animation to my favorite character, and locked new characters, which is weird, because that's a selling point. I don't know why you'd lock them, but, you might also want to check out and maybe help support the show through its PayPal or Patreon, which will get you on the Discord where we can talk about awesome stuff like how great this remake is, even though it's still about a month out before anyone gets to play it unless you imported it like I did. But if you like Ninja Warriors, it's a ton of fun. There's a little bit of new stuff here, which is great, although you have to unlock it, which kind of sucks. And, you know, even if you're a fan of the old stuff, it's got something here for you, and if you've never played it, it's a cheaper alternative than trying to buy a $150 Super Nintendo cart, which is still a great game, but you get the better animation for Kamai Itachi, so there's a bit of a trade-off. Anyway, great game, and if you like Ninja Warriors or you like beat-em-ups, this one's kind of a must-have, and I think I'm going to have an absolute blast continuing to play this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time, which might be in a couple hours after I eat my pizza. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Peace out, Internet.